After months and months of investigation, the Fed has finally figured out and released the reason for Silvergate Bank's quote-unquote collapse. And the reason might shock you. Welcome back, everyone. We are going to switch gears today. Yesterday, we dropped a clip covering the whole entire BSV drama that is unfolding, thanks to Mr. Kristen Engerhansen. Yeah, that's quite the situation that's developing. There's more and more stuff coming out about it every day. Anyways, we're probably going to do a follow-up clip about that. But today's clip is to essentially close the loop on Silvergate. That's right. The government has been hard at work determining what actually caused the Silvergate failure. Now, for the people who don't remember what the story is, Silvergate was one of the quote-unquote big crypto banks, and essentially, quote-unquote crypto projects would get their funding from them. But not only that, but there were crypto companies where the employees' paychecks were coming from Silvergate and or Signature Bank. Anyways, let's just give a little recap before we spill the beans on the why. So here we go. It's an older article, March 8th, 2023. Crypto-focused bank Silvergate is shutting operations and liquidating after market meltdown. The way it sounds, right? They're making a choice to shut down operations before things maybe get worse. That's what it sounds like. Well, at least that's what it sounded like. Silvergate Capital, a central lender to the crypto industry, said Wednesday it's winding down operations and liquidating its bank. The stock plunged more than 36% in after-hours trading. Rightly so. And just remember, guys, this is from March. This is not today. Okay, we're gonna fast forward to an article from today, but I just wanted to catch everybody up on what had happened because, let's face it, in this space, so much stuff happens all the time. In light of recent industry and regulatory developments, Silvergate believes that an orderly wind down of bank operations and a voluntary liquidation of the bank is the best path forward, the company said in a statement. And I mean, look, when I think back to the 2008 mortgage crisis, Lehman Brothers knew that they were in trouble. Bear Stearns knew that they were in trouble. They didn't decide on an orderly shutdown. No, they didn't. So this is exactly what I said when I originally filmed the first clip. They didn't decide that they were going to do an orderly shutdown. I truly believe to this day, still, they were told to shut down, and they were forced. Just my opinion. Anyways, now we fast forward to today. This article dropped October 3rd. Fed investigators announced the reasons for the collapse of Silvergate Bank. But keep in mind, the article I just showed you from March explained how they had decided to do an orderly shutdown. Now, all of a sudden, the Fed investigators can announce the reasons for a collapse. Oh, we live in such a clown world. It's unbelievable. Fed investigator blames crypto focus and nepotism for Silvergate Bank collapse. I gotta tell you, and again, I'm only 44, so it's not like I've been here that long. But it's the first time that I've heard of a publicly traded company shutting down because of nepotism. it's a new one. This must have been on their bingo card. Anyways, crypto-friendly Silvergate Bank collapsed this year. Wasn't shut down in an orderly fashion. No, collapsed this year due to nepotism that led to over-reliance on risky crypto deposits. What? Oh, God. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. On risky crypto deposits and ineffective management, according to the United States Federal Reserve investigators. Silvergate's concentration of crypto industry deposit customers, rapid growth is always bad, and multi-layered funding risks led to the bank's voluntary liquidation. Voluntary liquidation? You just said it was a collapse 2 sentences ago. Okay. So for the people who don't know what nepotism means, it is the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially giving them jobs. All right, so just putting that out there for everybody. I still don't see how nepotism caused Silvergate to collapse, even though previously it was an orderly shutdown. Anyways, I digress. I know it's just wordplay. It's just wordplay. It doesn't really matter. During the period of rapid growth, the bank essentially became a single industry lender with the vast majority of customer deposits uninsured and interest-free, the Fed said. Silvergate's alleged misdeeds were not limited to crypto. Investigators also alleged that nepotism plagued the bank's senior management, leading to an inept and ineffective corporate structure that failed to address the many risks present at the time. Having worked in large corporations, as I've said many, many times before, and publicly traded companies and Fortune 500 companies, I can tell you this. There's always some degree of nepotism in all of these businesses. I don't care what people try to convince themselves otherwise. There is. I saw it myself where the director, let's say a director of engineering, was able to gain favor for his kids and get his kids high up positions when they first applied for jobs to one of these Fortune 500 companies that I worked for. So yeah, this idea of nepotism, this isn't new. Okay, so I do not believe that Silvergate failed because of nepotism. The other thing is this, right? So as much as people want to hire their family, people also don't really want to go broke. So oftentimes what happens is that when you're a person that can't really do your job properly, or you're causing major problems, usually what happens, because people don't necessarily, especially if it's family or friends or something like that, they don't want to get rid of you, they're going to usually move you over to a position where you can do a lot less damage. Okay, so you'll still get a paycheck, but you won't be able to make any decisions that ruin other people's lives. Now, I'm not saying that that's what always happens, but that is definitely one of the scenarios. Now, you'll notice in the article that I read, you guys, the Fed didn't actually give a real example of the type of nepotism that occurred in order to cause the bank to quote unquote collapse. So I think that they just gave a reason for the sake of giving a reason. Why they waited from March until now to actually put out the report, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just a timing thing. Maybe it was just this'll make some noise on the moment. I don't really know. I don't really see a reason for it. The other piece of it is, and this is something I've explained in the past, I believe that legacy banking has finally decided to take its piece of the quote unquote crypto pie. So the best way to do that, though, is to shut down the main players that are already there. And then you can instill yourself in those positions, which I do believe that that's what legacy banking is doing. They essentially what it is, and to us, right, the little people, we look at these companies and we think to ourselves, well, who would go and, waste millions of dollars, investing in a company that they're then just going to force a shutdown? You got to understand that, millions of dollars to people like you and me may be a lot, but to giant corporations, this is a drop in the bucket. It's an absolute drop in the bucket. They couldn't care less. It's just to try something out. I worked for a company that spent $15 million on a technology that we did absolutely nothing with. But hey, that purchase at the time when it was made shareholders very excited. They were very happy with the news. So you always gotta wonder, right? What are the reasons? Why are they telling me this information? Why now? Right? Why is this important now? Anyways, the Silvergate Bank thing, I think that it was an orderly shutdown of a business, which now is being painted as a collapse. It also gave ammo to people like Elizabeth Warren to help push through poisonous anti-freedom legislation under the guise of protecting the consumers. So anyways, guys, look, Silvergate, Signature Bank, they are gone. Get ready for the legacy banking parade to come on in and stake its claim. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Guys, that is our clip for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.